shall we come to the top of that same hill?
You do climb up it now. Look how we labor.
Methinks the ground is even.
Horrible steep. Hark, do you hear the sea?
No. Truly.
Why then your other senses grow imperfect by your eyes' anguish.
So may it be indeed. Methinks thy voice is altered, and thou speakst in better phrasing matter than thou didst.
Ye are much deceived. In nothing am I changed, but in my garments.
Methinks you're better spoken.
Come on, sir, here's the place. Stand still. How fearful and dizzy 'tis to cast one's eyes so low. The crows and choughs that wing the midway air show scarce so gross as beetles. Halfway down hangs one that gathers sampire. Dreadful trade, methinks he seems no bigger than his head. The fishermen that walk upon the beach appear like mice, and yon tall anchoring bark, diminished to her cock a buoy almost too small for sight. The murmuring surge that on the unnumbered idle pebbles chafes cannot be heard so high. I'll look no more, lest my brain turn and the deficient sight topple down headlong.
Send me where you stand.
Near hand, you are now within a foot of the extreme verge.
For
all beneath the moon would I not leap upright.
Here, friend, it's another purse. In it, a jewel well worth a poor man's taking. Fairies and gods prosper it with thee. Now, go thou farther off, and bid me farewell, and let me hear thee going.
Now fare you well, good sir.
With all my heart.
Why I do trifle thus with his despairs done to cure it.
Oh, you mighty gods. This world I do renounce, and in your sight shake patiently my great affliction off. If I could bear it longer and not fall to quarrel with your great opposeless wills, my snuff and loathed part of nature should burn itself out. If Edgar lived, oh bless him. Now, fellow, fare thee well.
Gone, sir, farewell. And yet I know not how conceit may rob the treasury of life when life itself yields to the theft. Had he been where he thought by this had thought been past, alive or dead.
Ho, you, sir, friend! Hear you, sir, speak.
Thus might he pass indeed.
Yet he revives. What are you, sir?
Away, and let me die.
Hadst thou been aught but gossamer, feathers, air so many fathom down precipitating, thou shivered like an egg, but thou dost breathe. Hast heavy substance, bleeds not, speakst, art sound. 10 masts of each make not the altitude which thou hast perpendicularly fell. Thy life's a miracle. Speak yet again.
But have I fallen or no?
From the dread summit of this chalky horn, look up apace. The shrill-gorged lark so far cannot be seen or heard. Do but look up.
Alack, I have no eyes. Is wretchedness deprived that benefit to end itself by death? 'Twas yet some comfort when misery could beguile the tyrant's rage and frustrate his proud will.
Give me your arm. Up so. How is't? Feel you your legs? You stand.
Too well. Too well.
This is above all strangeness. Upon the crown of the cliff, what thing was that which parted from you?
A poor unfortunate beggar.
As I stood here below, methought his eyes were 2 full moons. He had 1,000 noses, horns whelked and waved like the enrigid sea. It was some fiend. Think therefore, thou happy father, that the clearest gods who make them honors of men's impossibilities have preserved thee.
I do remember now. Henceforth I'll bear affliction till it doth cry itself out, enough, enough, and die. That thing you speak of, I took it for a man. Oft 'twould say, the fiend, the fiend. He led me to this place.
Bear free and patient thoughts.
But who comes here? The safer sense will never accommodate his master thus.
No, they cannot touch me for coining. I am the king himself.
Well, thou sight-piercing sight.
Nature's above art in that respect. Here's your press money. That fellow handles his bow like a crow keeper. Draw me a clothier's yard. Oh, look, a mouse. Piece. This piece of toasted cheese will do it. There's my gauntlet. I'll prove it on a giant. Bring up the brown bills! Oh, well-flown bird. In the clout, in the clout. Give the word.
Sweet marjoram.
Pass.
I know that voice.
Goneril with a white beard. They flattered me like a dog. They told me I had white hairs in my beard, or the black ones were there. To say I and no to everything, I said I and no to was no good, divinity. When the rain came to wet me once, and the wind to make me chatter, when the thunder would not peace at my bidding, there I found him. There I smelt him out. Go to! They had not been to their words. They told me I was everything. 'Tis a lie. I am not ague-proof.
The trick of that voice I do well remember. It's not the king.
I, every inch a king. When I do stare, see how the subject quakes. I pardon that man's life. What was thy cause? Adultery. Oh, I shall not die. Die for adultery, no. The wren goes to it, and the small gilded fly in its lecher in my sight. Let copulation thrive. For Gloucester's bastard son was kinder to his father than my daughters got between the lawful sheets. To it, luxury, pell-mell. For I lack soldiers. Behold yon simpering dame, whose face between her forks presages snow, that minces virtue and to shake the head to hear pleasure's name. The fit you nor the soiled horse goes to it with a more riotous appetite. Down from the waist they are centaurs, no women all above, but to the girdle should the gods inherit. Beneath is all the fiends. There's hell, there's darkness, there's the sulphurous pit. Burning, scalding stench, consumption! Fire, 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 fire. Give me an ounce of civet, good apothecary, to sweeten my imagination. There's money for
Oh,
you.
let me kiss that hand.
Let me wipe it first. It smells of mortality.
Oh, ruined piece of nature, this great word should so wear out the knot. Dost thou know me?
I remember thine eyes well enough. Dost thou squinny at me? No, do thy worst, blind Cupid, I'll not love. Read thou this challenge. Mark but the penning of it.
We're all thy letters' sons. I could not see one.
I would not take this for report. It is, and my heart breaks at it.
Read.
What? With a case of eyes?
Oh, are you there with me? No money in your purse, nor no eyes in your head. Your eyes are in a heavy case, your purse in a light, yet you see how this world goes.
I see it feelingly.
Oh, art mad? Man may see how the world goes with no eyes. Look with thine ears. See how yon justice rails upon yon simple thief. Hark, thine ear. Change places and handy-dandy, which is the justice, which the thief? Thou hast seen a farmer's dog bark at a beggar?
Aye, sir.
And the creature run from the cur. There thou mightst behold the great image of authority. A dog's obeyed in office. Thou rascal beetle, hold thy bloody hand. Why dost thou lash that whore? Thou hotly lustest to use her in that kind for which thou whipp'st her. The usurer hangs the cozener. Through tattered clothes small vices do appear. Robes and furred gowns hide all. None does offend, none, I say, none! I'll lay it alone! Take that of me, my friend, that has the power to seal the accuser's lips. Get thee glass eyes, and like a scurvy politician, seem to see the things thou dost not. No, no, no. Pull off my boots! Harder, harder! So.
For matter and impertinency mixed, reason and madness.
If thou wilt know my fortune, take mine eyes. I know thee well enough. Thy name is Gloucester.
Oh.
You must be patient. We came crying hither. Thou knowest the moment that we The first time that we smell the air, we wail and cry. I will preach to thee, Mark.
Alack the day.
When we are born, we cry that we are come to this great stage of fools. Oh, this is a good mark. It were a delicate stratagem to shoe a troop of horse with felt. I'll put it in proof. When I've stolen upon these son-in-laws, then kill.
Here he is, lay hand upon him. Sir, your most dear daughter.
What? No rescue? I am even the natural fool of fortune. Use me well, gentlemen. You shall have ransom. Let me have surgeons. I am cut to the brains.
You shall have anything.
No seconds? Oh, myself? Why, this would make a man of salt, to use his eyes for garden water pots, aye, and laying autumn's dust.
Good sir.
I will die bravely, like a smug bridegroom. I will be jovial. Come, I am a king, my masters. Know you that?
You are a royal one, and we obey you.
Then there's life in it. And you get it. You shall get it by running!
A sight most pitiful and the meanest wretch, past speaking of in a king. Thou hast one daughter, which redeems nature of the general curse which twain had brought her to.
Hail, gentle sir.
Sir, speed you, what's your will?
Do you hear aught, sir, of a battle toward?
Oh, sure and vulgar. Everyone hears that can distinguish sound.
But, by your favor, how near's the other army?
Near, and on speedy foot. The main descry stands on the hourly thought.
I thank you, sir, that's all.
Or that the queen on special cause is here. Her army is moved on.
I thank you, sir.
You ever gentle gods, take my breath from me. Let not my worser spirit tempt me again to die before you, please.
Well, pray you, Father.
Now, good sir, what are you?
A most poor man, made tame to fortune's blows, who by the art of known and feeling sorrow am pregnant to good pity.
Give me your hand. I'll lead you to some biding.
Hearty thanks. The bounty and the benison of heaven to boot and boot.
Proclaim prize, most happy. That eyeless head of thine was first framed flesh to raise my fortunes. Thou old unhappy traitor, briefly thyself remember, the sword is out that must destroy thee.
Let thy friendly hand put strength enough to it.
Wherefore, old peasant, darest thou support a published traitor? Hence, lest the infection of his fortunes take light hold of thee. Let go his arm!
Shall not let go, sir, without further occasion.
Let go, slave, or thou diest.
Good gentlemen, go your gait and let poor Volk pass. And should have been swaggered out of my life, 'twould not have been so long as 'tis by a fortnight, nay. Come not near the old man. Keep out, Chavoye, your eyes try whether your costard or my bow will be the harder. She'll be plain with you.
Out, dunghill!
She'll pick your teeth, sir, no matter for your foins.
Slave, thou hast slain me. Oh, villain, if ever thou wilt thrive, bury my body, take my purse, and give the letters thou find'st about me to Edmund, Earl of Gloucester. Seek him out upon the British party. Oh, how untimely. Death.
I know thee well, a serviceable villain. His duty is to the vices of thy mistress's badness would desire.
Is he dead?
Sit you down, father. Rest you. Let's see these pockets. The papers that he speaks of may be my friend. He is dead. I am only sorry he had no other deathsman. Let's see. Leave gentle wax and manners, blame us not.
To know our enemies' minds, we'd rip their hearts. Their papers is more lawful. Let our reciprocal vows be remembered. You have many opportunities to cut him off. If your will wants not, time and place shall be fruitfully offered. There is nothing done if he return the conqueror, then am I the prisoner, and his bed my jail. From the loathed warmth thereof deliver me, and supply the place for your labor. Your wife, so I would say, your affectionate servant, Goneril. Oh, undistinguished space of woman's will! A plot upon her virtuous husband's life, in the exchange, my brother. Here in the sands, thee I'll rake up the post unsanctified of murderous lechers, and in the mature time with this ungracious paper strike the sight of the death-practiced duke. For him 'tis well that of thy death and business I can tell.
King is mad. How stiff is my vile sense that I stand up and have ingenious feelings of my huge sorrows. Better I were distract. So should my sorrows be severed from my griefs, and woes by wrong imaginations lose the knowledge of themselves.
Give me your arm. Far off methinks I hear the beaten drum. Come, Father, I bestow you with a friend.